They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. Just about to kick it off, and they're about to let those tortillas go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Texas Tech Red Raiders offense will have the opening possession of the game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Back to pass, it's Morton. Snagged in the middle, it's Joyner. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Guys have the backfield now. It's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And the Red Raiders will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Eakin. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the 1st down.
The Red Raiders can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense thinking run all the way, and you can tell they sell out. They stuff the run. Now it's 3rd and short. Will they run again, or are you going to force them to pass the football?
And the Red Raiders line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
And they'll just down it right there. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football. One of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Thanks to grab. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
Nice complimentary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Got his man on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
A couple of yards short of the 1st down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Now on 2nd down. Gonna look downfield again. Rushes on him. There he goes. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Tackle on play at the 10-yard line. And that's a 1st down for the offense.
First and goal for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this 1st drive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Power football with the run. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Now the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Carter. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
The Red Raiders with the 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, running back on the move. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
And the Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Caught in the backfield, it's Joyner. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Punt is in the air. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Running back searching for a hole. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Flips it out on the screen. He's past the 30. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
On the shovel. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Like a big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Quarterback running on the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and that the offense has a negative point.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. The play-action fake. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage? Knocking that ball away and doing it clean. No PI on that one.
And here comes the punt team. They'll have to put it away for the first time tonight. He's got it. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Looking to pass, it's Morton. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Working the middle, it's complete. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Hey, these wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The inside handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake. They're working that left side. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Got his man downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
Wide receiver comes in motion. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Handoff from the shotgun. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He caught it! And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
The offense knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's an 80-yard drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. His drive will open from the 15. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And as quarterbacks, you've got to be aware of secondary pressure. You've got to know when these free safeties, they start creeping towards the line of scrimmage, that they might get involved. You've got to have an answer for it, and the QB didn't have one that time.
The Red Raiders will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. They'll run it out of the shotgun. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a 1st down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric trying to help Tech on this third down. It's complete to the right. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw, and it keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Pulls and fires complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
They just keep firing. Catch in the middle, it's Matthews. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
They've moved to the 16. It's first and 10. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Hauls it in. Looking for the end zone. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
And how many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Looking for the score. And it's caught. Touchdown.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking for room, it's Joyner. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Finds the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And the Red Raiders with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Morton. Using the quick game. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Got it in the middle. It's Eakin. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Four wide receivers spread out on 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Catch in the middle. It's Joyner. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today in Lubbock. And the standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Jones AT&T Stadium.
Raiders will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Going right to work up top. Working that left side. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
He's going to let it go. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Got his man quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
The offense gets pretty lucky there. 3rd down in your own end. You're throwing to try to get the first. That ball just a little bit late, and as a result, they're lucky that wasn't a pick 6.
They bring the punter onto the field now. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. To the air, it's Morton. Here comes the heat. He's going to take off. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Back to pass on 2nd down. This time it's complete. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. A strike downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Red Raiders getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Morton. He's got it on the run. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider.
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Rides to back and leaves it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Firing to the right, complete. Breaks into the open. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
He's got it on the right. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
He's got him. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Flips it out in the flat. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give to the back. He's in open space downfield. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Quick release on the RPO, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action. It's complete to the left. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding the football?
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Gonna run it. It's Joyner. Runs through a tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught behind the line. It's Carter. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
You've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Back to pass, it's Morton. Got it in the middle, it's West. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. That was a good read there. Not the biggest gain in the world, David, but take up the space they're going to give you in the zone.
Yeah, make it easy, man. Make the right decision. If he's open, get it to him, get some positive yards. Basically a run play.
The Red Raiders send out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Snap it to the back. Spins away from the defense. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll run play action. Makes the grab. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Wants to go up top on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Into their happy place for a touchdown. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Got room to work. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Under fire. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. After swapping into the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Back to throw, it's Morton. Makes the grab on the left. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Eakin. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Just keep slinging it. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
Brings up third down.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Eakin. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And the Red Raiders have this offense rolling. Got it behind the line. It's Carter. Turning it on. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Morton. The throw to the outside is complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. You can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
On the move, it's Joyner. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now the play fake. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well, and they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Back to throw, it's Morton. Big guy smells it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. release by the QB. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. At midfield, he's got room. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the game. That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
He'll pull it on the read. Fighting off the defender. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Going for it all. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Nestled just inside that right upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. He'll do it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Wants to throw. It's Morton. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. The offense setting up shop at the 46. 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Douglas.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
The Red Raiders in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Caught in the backfield. It's Douglas. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a 1st down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. Wide open downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Red Raiders look to do some damage in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. A shot toward the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with it now.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. The play action fake. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dime.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets, and then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.